friends, welcome back to Violin Teacher YouTube channel. Today I'm going to teach a song called Yellow Rose of Texas. And I just want to say hi to all my friends out in Texas, and we're thinking about you guys still. Hope everything's getting better for you. So this piece is in the key of D, and so rightfully we should begin with a D major scale. If you want a copy of my music, which I notated out from a really great site that has lots of wonderful music like this, and the music is actually for concertina, but violin can play it. But I notated this music out for myself, and if you want a copy of it, you can email me at this address. Your email address will not be stored, sold, shared, or saved. Okay. Let's begin this piece. In 4/4 time, we will start with our D major scale. So let's check the bow grip, make sure you've got that all set, and let's start on the open D. Let's give it 2 long bows. F sharp. Before we go down the scale, let's go ahead and play the notes that we will use on the E string. This piece is great because it has a key change in it, so at the second half of it. So we'll want to do our G scale too. But let's play the notes that we would play on E in D major. That would include open E, 2 bows, F sharp, regular 1. Now low 2 on E. That's a G, and then 3rd finger a whole step away, and 4th finger a B natural, whole step away. Alright, now let's start here and go down. Now here's where our D scale begins. Make sure that you play that high 2 going down on the A. Watch that bow. Three on D, high 2. So when you're playing a scale, it's probably best not to use any vibrato, so that you can think about intonation and tone. So those are the most important things about your scales. So make sure when you're doing your scales, unlike how we just played it, you will probably try not to use vibrato. Okay, so this piece begins with a pickup pair of 8th notes. And here's the first phrase. Alright, so that's pretty simple. Let's try it. A, then 3rd finger on D. So it's kind of a quick string crossing there. Let's practice that, just real quickly setting the 3 after the open A. Now, if you're doing it here, your hand is going to have a bigger motion this way. So if you do it a little closer to the lower half, it'll be an easier thing because your hand only has to travel this much. So let's add the 2 to that now. That that way also, if you start the piece with the pickups at the lower half, your quarter notes that are coming up will have plenty of bow. Okay, so let's try one more. Good, so practice that. Anytime that you need to just stop the video and practice it, then do that, and then come back and do the rest of it. Now, the next little segment has a lot of A's in it. 3 of them right there, and then a 1, and then back to the A again, and there's a half note there. So let's put all that together. A's. That's a half note, so it would be good to plan ahead to make sure that you have plenty of bow for that half note. Let's see. You could get stuck here if you're not careful. So use a big down bow on that. Alright, the next part is 3 on D, then 2 on D. We're going to do sort of a little arpeggio. An arpeggio is just a broken chord. So we're going to go 3, 2, A, 3. 3, 2, A, 3. 3, 2. Then we walk up. Now when I say walk up, I just mean each finger stepwise fashion. If I'm on 3, the next note is E, then the next note is 1 on E, then the next note is 2 on E. So we're going to walk up from the 3 on A to the 1 on E. So we're going to go 3, and hold that note because that note has 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. So if you need to stop the video and just practice sustaining the bow for 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Would be good, maybe a good practice too for vibrato. Okay, so we're going to try to go back to the beginning and play this whole phrase to that point. Max is doing some camera angle work. Okay, I think he's finished. He's not really that inspired today, I guess. So starting with the quick 8th notes, just like that, and then we're going to go on to the A's. Now your arpeggio, walk up. Alright, so if you have a little word association, you can really, if I say walk up in this particular piece, then you have 3 notes in there that you don't have to think about, it's just the walk up. And if I say the A's, well, you know it's 3 A's and a 1 and then an A. And if I say the arpeggio, then you know it's 2, D2, A, 3. Okay, so you see how the word associations sometimes are very useful in memorizing, and that's kind of what you have to do if you're not a music reader. Okay, so now we've got the next phrase. This is really easy. If you just hold that one that finished the last phrase, and make sure that you hold it while you play the A that follows it. So we've got an E1. Hopefully that finger isn't touching A at all. Let's see if you can place the 1 on E and then play the A. You heard me right. Place the 1 on E, then play the open A. Tricky stuff, huh? Well, now let's change that. You can practice that. Let's change that to 1. We'll play the 1 and then the A. Good. Do it again. 2 more times. Don't press too hard on the 1. That's it. Good. When you press too hard with your left hand on your fingers, your bow tends to press hard too. So watch for that. So now we're going to change it and play 2 A's. 1 on E. Now we do it 4 times. Easy does it on the 1. Don't squeeze. one more time. Good, very, very good. Now we're going to do the just like what we did, but we're also going to come back to the E1 and play it twice. So we're going to play. So we can do that over and over again. That's a great string crossing exercise if you're a beginner. You can do it nice and neat. How fast can you do it? And keep it nice and clean. When you do that, your elbow swings a little bit, but that's for another video. Okay, now the one thing that, before we go on, that I need to check is whether the E1 that we were just practicing, that sequence, if that really starts down bow. So let me check. It does. It starts down bow. If you just do the bowing as indicated in the music, which there are no bowing, so every note gets one bow. E is next. So after the E1, the two E1s, then open E. And we're going to walk down. We're going to walk down. Let's see. Now walk down on the A. 3, 2. Then walk back up. All right, so let's do that again. Now, third finger on A, walk down to the 2, then walk back up to the 1 and open up. 2, 3. Now, at this point, I would suggest lifting the bow and starting the next phrase down bow, just because it's a repeat of the beginning, and we're doing that beginning down bow first. So that'll be a lot easier. So mark your music a down bow there. Do a lift. Let's just talk briefly about a lift, a bow lift. So you play the note, you stop the bow, you lift it up and circle it around, and you set the bow. So that's 4 steps to a bow circle or bow lift. I call it a bow circle because we actually do a circle in the air, don't we, with the bow. So play the note, stop the bow, circle it around, set the bow. That's 4 steps to a bow circle or bow lift. Here we go with the next part. It begins just like the beginning. Now we have a new ending. So we have 2 A's, then we have that low 2 that we practiced in our scale as preparation. So lots of them too. So the words are but the yellow rose of Texas, but the yellow rose of Texas, of Texas, 1 on E. So that's easy. Lots of repeated notes. If you use vibrato, let's see if you can vibrato on that, sustaining that 2 on the E as you play. Then walk down, repeat the 3, and open up. Come to the E1 and walk down. Alright, good. So now we have a repeat. So let's play this all the way through. Hopefully Max won't be doing any camera angle work while we do this. This will be the repeat. I'll give you a ready, go, so maybe you'll play it with me. Ready, go.